Hello world, this is Jeffrey, JGB146 Blake, coming to you with episode 7 of the exploits of Necrozma-Garbodor. In this episode, we're doing something kind of special. We're doing a tournament match that I played, and this is a post-rotation tournament. It's a best of 3, and we're facing Alola Ninetales. So we'll go ahead and get started. First game, we had to start a Tapu Lele, so that's certainly not ideal, but we'll do what we can. Just waiting on our opponent to click done. Okay, nothing we can do different here, so we'll just go with that. And we certainly don't want to Sycamore half of our energy away, so I'm just going to play in here. And this isn't looking a whole lot better. Okay, so I think we're going to want a Town in place here to hurt his evolutions. So I don't want to get rid of both of those. Get rid of one for sure. I don't really want to get rid of the N. I guess the least of all evils is the Choice Band. Don't like any of those discards. Okay, look at prizes. Okay, so we can grab a whoa. We have we have a Koko prized and both of our Necrozmas. Alrighty. Okay, we can do this. What are our other prizes? So we've got all of our energy. We're missing a Guzma, I think. There were a couple others that I identified in game, but I'm not seeing here. Maybe a switch card or two. Super Rod. I'm going back and forth here about what to do. I think the Tapu Koko is the right play. And we're just going to go ahead now and see if we can hit the Max Elixir and go from there. We don't. Game wasn't going to be tough enough already. I'm going to avoid playing the Town right now. He can't evolve this turn. And we want to be able to counter whatever stadium he's running. This is post-rotation, so he cannot be running Rough Seas, which helps us tremendously in this matchup. But he is Alola Ninetales, so he can heal. So we have to keep that in mind. Okay, he's going to go ahead and play an in for us. That's helpful. He's got 2 Remoraid's down. Alright, so at least we have some cards we can play this turn. But most likely we're just going to start off with an N since he's getting his Vulpix into play. We get a Float Stone, so we'll play that onto the Lele, I think. And then I don't really like any of our options. I think we just gotta go with the N. Get rid of his cards at least. We can get that Town down. Probably go ahead and bench another Koko. Throw 1 energy on. I'm gonna retreat into the non-energized Koko since it has free retreat, so you can't field blower away our Float Stone. But also can't knock out the only energy that we have attached. We do at least have a Lillie for next turn. So, get the Town down, so hopefully we'll start seeing some damage scattered around his board. And we do at least see 1 Ninetales coming up. Active. Okay. So of note to us now is definitely the fact that Vulpix has that 60 HP, because that's certainly going to be our win condition this game. Alrighty, so we see a Sycamore, and I get some more damage on the Octillery. And then we see a Parallel City, which he's going to use to get rid of his Lele and the extra Rim Raid. Okay. No skin off our backs. We're not playing Grass, Fire, or Water, so it doesn't affect our damage. And then we're going to see an Ice Blade. I'm guessing onto the bench. Part of me thinks the Lele, part of me thinks the Koko. Oh, no, he hits the active. That was not going to be in my guess. We do top deck a DCE, which is kind of an interesting situation, because we can attach it to the already damaged Koko, or we can... I think we want to do that so we can, just with any energy, get our second Koko up and running. Again, I didn't bench the Espeon, but we will definitely go ahead and bench the Garbodor. Checking his items, he's got 3 items in the discard so far, so we'll just go ahead and do our spread damage and move on from here. We don't have anything to Super Rod back. And yeah, I was just double checking the hit points on Vulpix there. It is 60, so we do just need to get one more spread and we'll be able to KO the active. We probably want to get 2 off before we bust out our Espeon, though, if we can. See another energy come down and then an N. I don't actually mind this. I'd sort of rather save the Espeon and having to reveal it either through discarding and then Super Rod. He's back. Okay, so we do have another energy that we can put on the other Koko to enable his attacks, and then we can either get involved with Trash Avalanche or turn off abilities. Both are kind of appealing options, so I could go either way. Probably, we'll check his item count, because he played a few items there last turn too. Oh, so he hits the benched Garbodor. Ooh, and we get another Trubbish. Alrighty. So, in any case, I think we're going to just go ahead. Get the Float Stone down. I almost want him to waste another turn attacking the injured Trubbish. I'm hesitant to give him a different target, and ultimately I think we're going to want to Trash Avalanche with the one that I played the Float Stone onto. I'm not sure where I want to attach this Psychic Energy, so I'm just going to hold it, because we may want to play Espeon soon. I'd hate to be able to get off one more spread and then not be able to get off Espeon in time. Because we have a little bit of a clock in that he may decide to GX and do away with the damage, and that certainly hurts us. So, playing it a little easy. If we had any kind of draw supporter in hand, I would have played that energy probably onto the other Koko, but maybe not. And you can't KO our active Koko, so maybe it would have been better on the non-damaged Trubbish, but I really can go either way. And any case, our opponents, thinking through their decisions, they're going to Guzma up our Tapu Lele. Okay. And then hit Tapu Lele for 160, the Blizzard's Edge, discarding some energy while they're at it. I do not mind that at all. Tapu Lele is barely even involved in our game here. So now we can evolve this Garbodor. We can play the energy onto Koko. Again, I'm a little hesitant. We could have played the Psychic Energy onto Garbodor and held the DCE for later, because once again, he's not going to be able to KO. Well, I guess he could KO the Tapu Koko this turn if he decides to if he decides to spend a DCE doing it, or 2 water energies. Next turn will almost certainly... Okay. So we see Guzma again. To go for the other... Okay. So he's gonna discard a DCE to discard that Tapu Koko? Sorry, not discard. KO that Tapu Koko. I'm okay with that. So what do we see? Oh, we see an Ice Blade. Is he just gonna take the prizes? No, he... Okay, that was... there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. That was just a mistake. We're gonna see if we can hit this elixir. We do. That'll go on to the... not the Garbodor, the Espeon, and then we can manually attach to the Garbodor. So both are prepared. We'll now retreat into Espeon and Miraculous Shine to devolve and KO both active Pokemon. And now we get 2 prizes. And our opponent, even though he has 2 Ninetales GXs in his hand, he does not have a way to use them. It'll take him a few turns. We have a couple Guzmas. He's going to play a Sycamore, get rid of those useless Ninetales. We're fine with that. And then he plays another Koko onto the bench. He attaches DCE to the bench and then comes up. Get a Choice Band down. And Flying Flip. He does take some serious prizes there. But I think, we're not going to bench any more 2-prize Pokemon in this game. I think that's a little too late, so to speak. We are going to go ahead and bench the Wob just in case he comes in handy. And let's check out items. We got 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 120. So we can KO anything. I went ahead and played Sycamore. I kind of wish I hadn't, though, because Guzma could be pretty clutch in switching around. If he plays a Vulpix down, we'd like to be able to KO that. So I sort of wish I hadn't gotten rid of the 2 Guzma there. But we will go ahead and just take this KO. Might as well put Potown in play. If he starts to try to get an Lowland Vulpix out, that can come into play. Oh, there's our Necrozma. The guy the deck is built around finally shows up when there's no play left. Okay, and here we see that Vulpix come out. So once again, I kind of wish that we had left our Guzmas active. We didn't really need, I mean, it helped us get set up further to play that Sycamore, but kinda didn't need it. We see a Brigette come down, but he has no Pokemon to grab with it, so that was a waste for him, and made us happy. Okay, and the 2 Guzmas used. Alright, he doesn't do anything. I think we need to try. We need to Ultra Ball. Looking for a Lele to try to get Guzma. We do have the Lele. Let's check and make sure the Guzma's in here. Guzma is in here. Okay. So I think that this is it. Because there's nothing he can do after we KO the Vulpix. There's no way he can get a return KO next turn. And so we should seal up game 1 of this best of 3. We'll switch into a free retreater and then right back out. And Trash Lynch for KO. Doing 140 damage still. And our last prize is our last Necrozma, it looks like. Okay, so we see a field blower come down, getting rid of, I guess, the stadium and the float. That does no good, but it increases our damage a little bit further. We see a Lele come down, and he's going to Wonder Tag. What is he wanting here? A Sycamore? Oh, okay. That's going to put even more items in the discard. We see a Float Stone onto Lele, and then we see a Sycamore. If he discards a single item... Oh, we saw lots of items, okay. Not that his chances were all that great before, but now we can take a one-hit KO on Lele as well. So that worked out. Okay, and he announces he wants to go first game 2, and then concedes. Since this is a best of 3, whoever loses the first match gets to choose how they want to start in game 2. And then game 3 is decided by whoever lost game 2, if necessary. And here is game 2. Okay. So, we get the coin flip again, but that's kind of inconsequential. Just to verify that he still wants to go first. Double checking. And then we're going to end up clicking no here. So he will get to go first. We'll be going second. Wow. Thankfully there was no Pokemon there, because that's even worse a hand than we started with last time. Just think having that and then like a Lele as our starter. That'd be horrible. We were saved from that fate, thankfully. And okay, so what do we Wob is our starter. Well, there are worse things. I guess that slows him down from like making any octillery plays. But obviously that wasn't going to happen turn 1 either. Ooh, and he gets the Lele start this time. Yeah, I'd say we're better off with the Lele, with the Wob start than his Lele start. We see 1 energy attachment and then immediately an in. I don't mind an in here. We weren't in a bad situation, but we could certainly be in a better situation. Like that. That would qualify as a better situation. And we'll see an Ultra Ball come down to get a Remoraid. And on to our turn. Okay, we get a Trubbish. We will bench the Trubbish. We will bench the Necrozma. And then I think we're going to play both elixirs. Hit the first one. That's always nice. We will hit the second one. Wow, okay. Everything's coming up, Jeffrey. And then we'll go ahead and manually attach to Necrozma too, so we're kind of ready to go. Okay. We definitely want to get that Town in place again. It certainly helped us out last game. And we will want probably to play the Choice Band as well, but who do we want the Choice Band on? I guess we could hold it. Play it next turn. The one downside of the end that he played is that we did not get the Float Stone back. And yeah, I think we're just going to hold the Choice Band. It doesn't do us much good to play it and then have it field blowered away. Okay, so what's our opponent going to do? If he wants to end again, I'm certainly a fan of that idea. If not, we'll probably go ahead and attach DCE to Wob to create a retreat scenario. Okay, we do get an Ultra Ball. We should check his item count. I said check his item count. So with the Ultra Ball, we can get rid of Brigette. We don't need Brigette at this point. We can get rid of the Psychic Energy. Getting a Koko. I may just be trying to play things down a bit here as well. So I think what I'm trying to do is to dig for the Float Stone or the Switch. Not entirely sure that was the best play, but it's not horrible. We get 2 switching cards. We get 2 Guzmas. But that's not enough for us at this precise moment in time. So now I'm left trying to decide if we attach DCE and manually retreat or not. I clicked done without attaching energy. I don't like that. I think we should have attached energy to Koko. The one thing that was giving me pause, and probably the reason I didn't do it, is that he does have 3 energy on the Lele already. So if he can attach 1 additional energy, he would get that 1-hit KO on Koko before we even got to do any spread damage, which certainly wouldn't be a good thing. But instead, wow, okay, he chooses to go ahead and manually retreat into his Alolan Vulpix to try to start setting up further. I certainly don't mind that. Losing the Wob was something I was okay with, but saving it is fine by me as well. I think we do want to play this Float Stone. We don't need to play it on the Wob though, because I think we're gonna Guzma. I think our play here is to attach to the Trubbish, and then attach DCE to Koko, and then Guzma up. No. Koko, we can get spread. I mean, we can completely take out Lele, but if we start getting some spread damage, it'll make for better use of Necrozma-GX attack later. If if we get 2 spreads off and one of them is choice banded, that would hurt Lele. I decide to... I think our play was Lele, but what I'm trying to do here is stall, basically, and just get some spread off before Octillery, before Octillery can be moved out of the active. I think the better play, though, would have been to take a more serious hit against Lele. Maybe I just wanted to get one spread off before I did that, and then I was looking to do the other one against Lele. I suppose the order doesn't matter, and this leaves Tapu Koko a little bit more secure. See a DCE come down onto the Alola Ninetales. And a Lele for their own Guzma. What are they wanting to do? So we see a Guzma for the Wob. Okay. I don't quite get it, but that's okay. And then a snipe attack onto the Koko. Yeah, I'm not sure what our opponent is trying to do there. I guess he's wanting to shut down the spread damage, but there are better ways to do it than this. We're going to go ahead and attach 2 Trubbish, try to prepare for having a Trashalanche Garb next time. And then I think we want to Guzma up the undamaged Lele so we can hit that Lele for a big hit and continue to spread our snipe damage around. Okay, so one more snipe on Lele will put it within range of a KO from Necrozma-GX. Takes 2 more to put the other Lele in range. And we need to see the GX attack go away. Okay, so what is our opponent going to... They limited their own bench size this time. And dropped the Octillery. Okay, that's fine. And then they bust out a DCE onto Lele, and they're playing an in. That's the only supporter that we could have played without, setting up a Lele play. We do get Trashalanche Garbodor. They've only played 1 item though, so Trashalanche isn't super relevant yet. I guess their snipe paid off though, because they were able to then follow it up and KO with the Lele. Alrighty, so what do we want here? We could Guzma again. That seems less useful. We'll go ahead and evolve to Trashalanche at this side, but that's more about just adding some HP than anything else. We could try to Max Elixir onto the Wob. Doesn't hit. That's okay. So if we Guzma here, we could Guzma and take a KO on either of the, like not using the GX. We could Guzma and take a KO on either Ninetales. Or we can play Lele and choose a different supporter. This is our last Guzma, if we use Guzma. And I don't think that's ideal. We're not getting enough out of it just yet. I'm a little torn as to whether Sycamore or in would be better. I think I slightly lean toward in. It's fewer cards, but it saves our Guzma for later, which is helpful. We do still have a Lele in the deck as well. So I think we're in good shape going forward if we in, and that's what we're going to do. We'll go ahead and play the Town down in case we want it or need it, and we'll play in. One play that could work out well here if we got it, we didn't get it, but was playing Espeon and then using the devolve attack and then using it again the next turn. That could work out reasonably well. Okay, so we could attach a Choice Band to Garb. We'll go ahead and play this Elixir as well. That one hits, so get an energy onto Wob. And if we attach Choice to Garbodor, Choice to Garb lets him hit for 100, which is decent. Not 100, for 50, but it puts Lele at 100. That's decent because now when we GX, we will actually take a KO on that Lele. So that's one good setup. 210 minus 70. I think that's 140. We're not quite in range with that, with the more damaged Ninetales. The fact that he field blurred away our Choice Band actually is kind of useful because he got rid of 30 damage and now he's added 20 and now 40 more. So our damage actually went up by 10, and we can attach a Float Stone, which will certainly help us out. We see another Vulpix come down and then a Sycamore. Okie dokie. I see an energy come onto the more energized Ninetales. And what's next? Ice Blade. Onto Necrozma. Okay. So that makes a little bit of a difference. So switching Wob into the active here. And I'm going to attach Float Stones. Trying to decide, I kind of want to Float Stone on everything. But mostly I just wanted to play down to be able to get as many cards as possible. We do get a Tapu Koko. We get another energy which we can attach to Wob. We get the Garbotoxin, Garbodor, so we can shut down abilities. I'm trying to decide if we want to. It's probably worth it. And okay, let's think about this. So if we attack right now, we'll do 80 damage and put him at 150. That's not really where we want him to be. If we attack with Garb, we'll do 60 damage, put him at 130. 130 is still enough, unfortunately, to KO Necrozma. So we're kind of hoping that play doesn't happen. Trying to play around his GX attack a little bit. But this way, at least he has no free retreaters. So he would have to... Okay, and he GXs to KO Garbodor. Okay. I think that will work out well for us. Now we're gonna go ahead and stick Necrozma up. And we'll bench the Trubbish, I think. Well, no. We don't need to bench anything. The reason we don't want to bench the Trubbish there is that we don't have recovery cards. We don't have a way to recover it reliably. I will attach the energy to Espeon to prep for unevolved next turn. And then we'll go ahead and do our GX attack to put 100 damage on all GXs and take that KO on that benched Lele. So we're in good shape now. He can get a KO on Necrozma potentially if he can find another energy. Now he's going to shrink our bench size. Okay. Well, we don't need Lele. Definitely want Espeon. I think Wob is really good since he's powered up. So we want Garb or Koko. I think Koko is better with the spread ability. But we don't want him to be able to do something crazy like benching a third Lele. So turning off abilities might be more important. He did also nerf his own damage there, which is kind of cool. So he's going to retreat into Lele and take a KO on Necrozma. Okay. Hitting for exactly 130, in fact. That's fine. Necrozma did his work for us. We don't need him anymore. So we see Vulpix getting loaded up. Okay, so if we devolve, he's going to be able to immediately evolve back into the Alola Vulpix and take a KO on our Espeon, more than likely. So I don't think we want to do that. I think our better play is going to be to KO the Lele. We're gonna get rid of some cards here. Don't need both ends, don't need the Garbotoxin Garb. So we're gonna make that play. Go ahead and not get anything with the Ultra Ball. Just looking at what's left in the deck. And then I think... So what I'm looking at is inning. I think we should play the energy onto the Espeon though. We got it back, so that's fine. But I think if we play the energy onto Espeon, it gives us an extra, although we don't need it. An unevolved attack is sufficient for us. So, okay, yeah, we'll attach a DCE to Garbotoxin so that no matter what happens, we can retreat. And then we just get KO with Wob. And then next turn, I don't think there's any way he can KO us. I guess if he's able to get DCE and his last Ninetales, then he would be able to take a KO using the bench Ninetale, the bench Vulpix. But I think that's a very big ask. And as long as that doesn't happen, anything else he does, we're able to take 2 prizes next turn and seal up the game. I feel like the deck worked a lot more like it was supposed to this game. I suppose having your main attackers not prized is kind of important for that. And oh, we do see that last Alolan Ninetales come out. Does he have a Guzma? Because he'd need Guzma, DCE, and Ninetales to be in those last, his 3 cards there. I'm guessing not. Oh, Lele's abilities are turned off, but that would be rough if his last card there. Oh, it's a Guzma. Okay, so Lele didn't do anything, but he Guzmas, and he doesn't have the energy. You gotta have a DC as well. Okay, so he's gonna hit Ninetale or Espeon, sorry, for 60. Why was that just 60? Why was that 60? I would have expected 80. Oh, because of his stadium. He nerfed his own damage. Okay, so, and then we're going to take our last 2 prizes off of the bench. And that'll work out pretty well. We also had enough damage out there that Wobbuffet could KO anything that was injured. So that was good too. With that, we'll go ahead and wrap up for the day. Hopefully this was interesting. So if you found the video here entertaining, please like, maybe post a comment, especially if you noticed any mistakes, because I know I make them. And you know, if you want to keep seeing more, click that subscribe button. We do have some really cool updates coming to this list later on. Seagrove worked and actually mashed it into a deck that made top 8 at Worlds, kind of combined the 2 concepts together, and I think it's a really strong deck going forward, so we'll see that later this week as well. But with that, we'll go ahead and wrap up for today. This is Jeffrey, signing off.